Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. It is birth week. Those of you who know me in real life or follow me, you know that I love a birthday. You know, I love to celebrate my birthday. You know that I share a birthday with Wyatt, my oldest, who is going to be 13 on Sunday. Um, and so it's a big birth week here. And it also is the birth of the book. We are in full-on launch mode. I've got some people doing early reviews today on the book websites, Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, all the places. Um, and I'm getting a lot of really good reactions from it. So I'm super excited about that. And I wanted to come on here and uh, let you know that it arrived. It's here. And I'm really excited about it. More excited than I thought I would be. I'm sick, a little sick to my stomach. There's some of that happening too. Not gonna lie, but it's all really good stuff. And so I wanted to talk about how this book came to be. Um, there's a story, and I know some of you know the story, and I know a lot of you don't know the story, and I've been alluding to the story a little bit over the last several months, maybe even years. Um, but I felt like today would be a good day to tell you the story about the book because there's a learning lesson that lies in this story, and I will talk about that as I get closer to the end of it. So this book was look, okay, so I started blogging 10 years ago. And it never really crossed my mind to turn that into a book, right? Why Am I Yelling was never really going to be a book. It was going to be a talk show or it was going to be a blog or whatever it is. And then it turned into my coaching practice because it just kind of made sense. It made sense for my personality, my persona, my business, the way I write, the way I coach, no nonsense. Yelling is passion for me, all of those things, right? So Why Am I Yelling just kind of stuck with me. And about 2 years ago, no, in fact, a little bit longer than 2 years ago, in October of 2016, um, I decided that I was going to write a book. I was going to start writing a book series, and I was going to start writing the Why Am I Yelling book series. I had been toying with the idea, and that my idea was solidified over the summer of 2016 when I was really watching Wyatt learn how to change his relationships and come into adolescence. He was 10, he was getting his own phone, he was doing all these things, and relationships just started changing, and that story is in the book, so I won't tell you that story. But that was the catalyst for me to start thinking about writing this book series. And so I belong to a bunch of online networking groups. And I was in one of them, and November just happens to be National Novel Writing Month. They call it NaNoWriMo for short. And it's a challenge in the writing community to get you to put your words down on paper and write 50,000 words, write your novel in 30 days, or get as many words as you can out there to express to the world. And so in one of my networking groups online, there was a woman who was advertising an October challenge for $10 to have her help you outline your book or help you bring your idea to life, because she was a published author and she had recently started her own small house publishing company. And she was going to answer questions and do all the things. And I was like, well, what the hell? It's $10. Like, I mean, I've got nothing to lose, right? So I joined the challenge, and a bunch of other people joined the challenge too. So, there were daily calls and there was all this stuff. One of the components of the challenge was you got a 30-minute consultation with her live on the phone or on Zoom or on video chat or whatever. So I started the challenge, and every day there was a different prompt of what to do, how to focus on your writing, find your best times during the day, when to write, um, things like that. And so it was helpful for somebody like me who was a novice writer, and to get some kind of system or groove going. And so I scheduled my 30-minute consultation call with her, and that lasted 90 minutes because we both like to talk, number one, and because she really liked the ideas that I had for my book and my subsequent series that would follow. So we had our conversation. It was 90 minutes. She wanted to meet back. It was a very successful, I would call it, and productive challenge. Her challenge was successful and productive for me because I outlined the book and I did all kinds of things, and she, showed me how to find my groove during the day and when my best time was and all that kind of stuff. So I started writing this book in November of 2016 and stayed in touch with her, and she and I became friends, and she approached me and said, I would like to publish your books. I'm a small publishing house. I only represent 5 people right now, but I want to carry more women's voices. And I think that you would be a great fit for this. I think Why Am I Yelling is a great fit for this. I think, I can only offer you, a small advance, but I have editors and I have graphic designers and I have, access to publishing, distributors and all this stuff. And so she made it sound very enticing to a novice author. And hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. And so I started writing, and I was all excited because, oh my gosh, I could possibly have a book deal from this very small publishing house, and that's fine. And I wasn't looking for, Random House to come find me, right? I mean, I know that I'm young and I'm new and nobody knows who I am. And so I don't expect to get a, 7-figure or 6 or 7 or even a 5-figure advance for a book series, right? So I'm starting out small, and that felt good to me. It felt like the right fit. So we kept having conversations, and I kept writing my stories. And so I kept writing my stories and writing my stories, and I finished those stories, that first round of stories, in February of 2017. So I started it out in November of 2016. I finished in 2017, in February. And sent her my manuscript, and she said, I think this is great. Why don't you come to Texas? Those of you who remember that I went to Texas in 2017 several times, to talk about it, and we'll sign the contract and do all the things. And that was in February. And then my dad passed away, and so we kind of had to push that. And I went in April. And at that time, we did all the book things, and everything was great. And she had the contracts laid out, and everything looked amazing. And it could not have gone more textbook, I think. So when I was in Texas the first time in April of 2017, we started talking about developing an idea for a reality TV show. And we both got really excited about it because it was something that is not out there. It's still something that's not out there. It's something that, as soon as I am smart enough to get the resources and figure out how to make it happen, I'm going to make it happen, because it was such a great idea. And I really loved it. And it was about the coaching industry, and it was about helping change lives, and it was about doing all the things that I believe in, and I talk about, and I preach, and I teach, and I do every single day. So that project kind of took the front burner, and the book took the back burner. And so starting in April or May of 2017, we really started focusing on the other project. And shame on me for not pushing, right, all the book stuff. But I was really excited about this, and I was like, what, if we can get this off the ground and get some momentum behind this, then that will help me get momentum behind my book. So there was a little bit of a strategy in there too. Fast forward to September of 2017, and it's almost a year later after I had started writing the book. Started in November of 2016, and now it's September 2017, and I'm going to Dallas because we have coaches and contestants, and we're going to start filming this reality TV show, and we're doing all this stuff. And long story short, there was no show. This woman that I had partnered with, not just myself, there were several of us partnering on this other project together, was a scam artist. She was a con artist. She was a scammer. She took money. She lied. She did all kinds of things that most of us don't do in our lives. And it really like was terrible. And it was something that, hurt a lot of people. It, financially impacted a lot of people. It time management wise and time wise impacted a lot of people. And it was really just like a terrible, terrible thing to do. And so within a week of starting that project, I knew that we were not going to make that project come to fruition. And so I packed my bags from Dallas and I came back to New York. Hurt, upset, embarrassed, felt like a failure, anxious, very angry. Toward the end of it, there were lawyers involved, and it was just a really ugly, ugly experience. And then I had this book. And I decided that, you know what, I'm going to chalk that up to a bad experience. And not everybody is bad, because I still like to see all the good in people. But I have to do a little bit more for myself and make this book happen, because this is really what I'm passionate about. And I really wanted to write this book. And so I will admit that I was a little bit gun shy, trying to find an editor and trying to find a graphic designer and trying to pull this together myself. I was like, well, now I don't have an editor because she's a liar and she made up a fake company and all this crazy nonsense that was going on. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this myself. I'm not going to wait to try and shop it around to other publishers. I'm just going to do it myself. I have a friend who's done it and she's been successful at it. And I know other people who are doing it and they're being successful at it. And am I going to make $1 million on this book? No, but I want to get this book out there. It's more about the message for me. So I, through some networking and recommendations from people who I trust implicitly, was partnered with a person named Misty. And she has been my rock. Literally since the first time we had a conversation, I knew that she was going to be the person to help me bring this book to life. And so I hired her in October of 2017, a year after I started this whole journey with the other lady who totally screwed the whole thing up. And Misty came in at a time where I really needed somebody to guide me through a process that I was not knowledgeable about, and do it in a way that wasn't hard and wasn't forceful and was really on my own time. And I think I was still, going through the loss of my dad and all the stuff that happened, earlier in the year. And so I needed it to be on my own timeline. And so she took my book and she read it and she came back and I have an entire notebook full of notes, handwritten notes. And it was like, okay, we're going to change this. We have to change this because your stories are great, but what do we want your reader to know? And so that was really the catalyst question for how we laid out the framing of this book. And so I wrote, and we met once a week, and we changed and we cut stuff out and we put stuff back in and we moved things around and we rearranged, and life happened, during that time. So it was, I could write when I could, and I had clients and I was back to writing. And by the spring of this year, 2018, we had probably gotten through a round and a half of edits, and we felt really good about where the book was, where it was headed, how it was sounding, what it was looking like, all the things. And we felt like, okay, we could possibly have this done by the summer and launch it for back to school, because Why Am I Yelling is such a great back to school thing for moms and for parents, right? It would be such an eye catcher, even though this book is for everybody, not just moms. So, and then summer happened. And for those of you who have followed me through the summer, you know that we had a crisis up in Connecticut with my kids' uh, summer camp, and we lost our camp director. And so I stepped in unselfishly and selflessly, I guess, and took that over. And so for 8 weeks of my summer, I was the camp director and basically worked morning to night and evening activities and all of the things to make sure that our kids, all 70 of them that were in the camp, uh, could have a place to have their summer. And so I kind of lost time, lost a lot of time, actually. And so we had to push the book off yet again. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of self-doubt that comes into things like this when stuff like that happens. It's like, is the universe trying to tell me that it's not time for me to be writing this book? Is the universe blocking me in some way? And I am a meditator. I meditate every morning, and I do positive affirmations, and I have gratitude practice, and I do all of these things. And I would ask every morning, just please show me the way and show me the right time, and help me understand why this journey is happening the way it is, because I was feeling frustrated. And it's a hard, long thing, and I've been crying all day. So finally, we got it done. We came home after the summer, and I sat down and I put my nose to the grindstone, and I said, you know what? I'm going to make sure that this book is out in time for the holidays. I want it out for my birthday. I want it out for the holidays. I want people to be able to buy this book for friends and family and their sisters and their best friends and all the things, because those stories are what matter. So, we did it. We did it. We pushed and pulled, and my friend Jenny, who did the cover, came through, and Misty was amazing, and everybody that has been an advanced reader. Michelle is on here. Thank you for reading, and lent their voice to this project and this mission and this thing that has taken on a life of its own. We did it. So today, it's here. It's here. And I birthed my third child today. And it really has been an unbelievable journey, because it's been really humbling and hard. Oh God, this was so hard. And you learn a lot of things about yourself in this process, and I thought I was going to be more put together. And you learn a lot about the other people in your life in this process, and you really just, you have to keep on going. So I thought about, who I wanted to share this with first. Did I want to do it, with Will and the boys? Because that just kind of felt like, yes, I probably should do that. And then I thought about it, and I was like, no, you know what? I want to do it with my people. I want to share it with you guys first, because without all of your comments and suggestions and input and support and all the things that you have been for me, my phone is ringing, this would not be happening. And so I was like, you know what? I need to make this be about us. And so I did do this, but I haven't looked inside yet. And so we are birthing my third child together, everybody. You're watching me go through labor right now. I can assure you that this labor is way prettier than my actual birth labor. So here it is. And I don't know if it's upside down or what it is, but it's here. And it's pretty. And it's here. It's here. Look, there it is. It's 208 pages, and it's here. It's here. And it's got quotes on the back. My dear friends Trish and Adrian read this, and they lent me their voices on the back of this, and so I thank you for that. I thank you to every single person who read this and has been posting reviews all day long, because those are going to help raise our exposure and maybe be the catalyst for somebody who is struggling in their relationships or wants to feel better about or help their kids through or whatever it is. It's going to help them. That's what this book is going to do. So the learning lesson for me here, through all of this, through starting to write the book back in October of 2016 to making it to November 19th, 2018, and actually holding my finished product, my baby, in my hands, look, I'm gonna, is to never give up and to always believe in your dream, because this can happen. And it doesn't have to be a book. It doesn't have to be whatever it is you're for yourself, right? It could be your dream job. It can be your dream relationship. It can be your dream marriage. It can be your dream, whatever, career change, your dream life. It can be all of it. I am living proof that your dreams can come true if you really work hard and get them done. And here it is. Here is my dream, part 1. And there's a lot more of that where it came from. And so there's going to be more books, and there's going to be more of me talking to you, doing these things. But I want to say thank you, because this really has been a banner day, and I could not have asked for a better support system than the one that we have all created together. It's not just me, it's everybody who comments in our Facebook group and everybody who follows me on Instagram and comments on my posts, and whoever I'm reaching, and the people that I talk to at events, and the kids who I speak to at schools, and whatever it is that I'm doing, I really believe in it. And so I can't really talk anymore. I'm going to go have a meltdown. So thank you. Thank you for all of it. Thank you for watching these and for continuing to watch them as we move through this. And I'm going to be on here every day this week talking about a deal. Tomorrow we're going to have an introductory launch deal on the book and on the ebook and all that stuff. So stay tuned. If you are not on the Why Am I Yelling newsletter, you should go to whyamiyelling.com and sign up for the newsletter, because all the stuff is going to come through emails, and you don't want to miss where you could possibly win a free gift or win a free signed copy of the book or whatever it is. So thank you for helping me achieve my dream. Thank you for Ellen DeGeneres for making these cute dream t-shirts that I was like, I totally have to have that t-shirt. And come see me or come to a party. We're having those too. And you're going to hear more about those as the week comes along. So thank you for watching this super long video. I'm sorry that it took so long, but I really wanted you to know the story and hear about my experience in getting this book published, why it took 2 years. And I really wanted you to be the first ones to see it. So there it is. I hope you love it as much as I do. See you back here tomorrow. You guys have a great day. Bye.